Have you ever tried writing a business plan and you were told that you have to figure out how to find demographic data for the plan you're trying to do or the business you're trying to do? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that completely for free. My name is Kyle Fawcett. I am the lead business plan writer here at ProjectionHub, and I've helped write personally more than hundreds of business plans. In my time before ProjectionHub, I was actually an SBA loan officer for about 7 years, where I reviewed business plans and helped people put together loan applications and took them through that process. So got to kind of see a lot of different business plans and make approvals for loans based upon those business plans. So I know what they're looking for in a business plan. I am going to show you how to use a free tool to do some demographic data research, and you can grab some really great visuals and put them in your business plan. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in a business plan. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, here we go. So I'm going to use a tool, free tool called censusreporter.org. And just as a quick kind of reference as to where this data is coming from, this tool is actually using the Census Reporter data coming from the US Census Bureau. So this is publicly available information from the federal government. They do census polls across the country every, few years, and that data gets compiled and it's income data and all kinds of stuff. And so this is one of many tools that are out there that is making that data more accessible. They're doing all of the database organizing in the back end so that you can visualize and access that data quickly. So there are other tools that do it. This is one of my favorites because I feel like it's the most consistent at finding the place I'm looking for. It gives me some options. Sometimes it's by city name, town, county, zip code. You can get, varying levels of kind of zoomed in. And so it's going to do some really nice things here. And I like the categories it puts it in. One, it's going to give you a nice little snapshot of just like general population size, density, people per square mile in that area. And then it's going to give you basic demographic overview. So we're talking population distribution between age, race, gender. So that's a nice mix. And I'll talk about why these things might be important. Some economic overview. So per capita income and median household income. And one of the really great things about this, particularly in the context of business plans, it's going to give you a nice comparison to the larger area. In this example I have pulled up here for DuPage County, Illinois, which is really close to Chicago, you can see that the per capita income is about 25% higher than the average in Illinois and 1.3 times higher than the amount in the United States, and does the same thing for median household. So it's kind of going to give you an insight into like, is this a more affluent area or not, which as you can imagine would be helpful for when putting together a business plan, depending upon the type of business. If your business is going to be focused on entertainment or retail or something like that, having a more affluent business or affluent demographic of people, that's probably going to indicate there's more disposable income, right? So it's going to be more supportive of the business you're starting versus if you're trying to do something that might be like an HVAC business or a plumbing business, that may not be dependent on an affluent income. If there's a demand in your community, people are going to still need services like that. So it's really helpful for those more disposable income based businesses. Your business might be, let's use a daycare, for example. You want to see a higher number of families. You want to see a breakdown of age that's going to tend to be a little bit lower. So here's birth rates, fertility rates. That's great, right? So if you're opening a private school, again, a daycare, a nanny business, different things like that, you're going to want to see some data from that. There's some housing data. So if you're going to be doing home repairs, remodels, flipping, that kind of stuff, it's going to be talking about housing units. So again, we can talk about all of this. Education status. You can find the demographic data that's going to be useful for your type of business. And this site does such a great job at being able to help you find it. So being able to access this is really easy. Again, you don't even have to create an account to use this tool. It depends on your type of business and how far reaching the target market might be. So if you have a brick and mortar location that's going to be drawing on just within a few miles of people, then you should probably focus on like the zip code. If you have a business that might serve an entire county or multiple counties, then you could do the county level or something larger. If it's a really large city like Chicago, one business probably isn't going to serve all of Chicago, right? That's a really massive amount of people. So you probably want to zoom in to a suburb of Chicago, or like here's a county or a zip code, a couple of zip codes within Chicago. So you're going to want to change that based upon your business and what your services you're providing. Maybe that state level, you play with that for a little bit. And then to just kind of hop over to a business plan example that I've got here, I'm in a target market section of a business plan. And you can see, we talked about demographic data based upon, this is like a pottery shop retail business. And so we can talk about the amount of families is important to us, hobbyists is important to us, some students. And so we grabbed some screenshots out of that tool that we felt like supported what we could talk about. And we could talk about it's at a more affluent area, right? Here we talk about affluence and education and higher income area. We can support that with some data. So that looks really great. So I would encourage you, if you are putting together a business plan or vetting a business idea, and you're just trying to figure out like, how do I find that demographic data to actually support maybe what you know is true, what you've observed about your target market? check out censusreporter.org. I'll link it down in the description below, but go ahead and use that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel. We talk about writing business plans, starting businesses, getting SBA loans, creating financial projections, growing businesses, all of those types of things. So I think it would be worth your follow if you find this interesting. And if you have any questions, just drop a comment down below. We'd be happy to answer them, whether that's about your business plan or your plans to start a business. And you can also contact us at support@projectionhub.com and we can answer your question directly there. And if you have any interest or need more business plan resources, we've got free business plan templates on our website. I'll link those down below. But one thing I always like to point out on our business plan writing services tab is we offer a free business plan review. So if you'd actually like to send me your business plan and just have me look at it and give you some feedback and some pointers, go check out our free business plan review. I'll link that down below as well.